Sentimental video for the 22nd of April 2021 for the QuasiDB service. I'm going to start with the EURJPY because it's our current signal, but do bear in mind this black line is telling us that there's short in it going into ECB, and they could be right or they could be wrong. They're more often going to be wrong than they're going to be right, so I think this is going to push up and we could potentially get this stop loss cluster 131. So it looks like we're going to get stopped out, yeah, which is absolutely fine. It's obviously very tricky because we're going into ECB, but it's important that you don't move your stop because currently it looks like it's going to push up. It's probably going to try and get the SLC. The signals is buy and the sentiment is buy, so there's a match, and the dynamic shift as well. They're short on it. So, and because we've got the big risk event in the ECB. We're probably going to see a big erratic move. We might come up to even potentially even get both stop loss clusters. I mean, it's only a 80 pip. That can be quite achievable in a day, and we might see it falling potentially, and we get then the stop loss cluster below. So I think that's us out actually 13025, but that's okay. It was we got in at 12995, so let me just check the what did I say, 13035. Oh, so we're not quite out. 130, yeah, so it's there. So it's looking likely that we're going to get stopped out, but to be honest with you, I won't really mind that much because it just means that we can just watch and see what happens. Ideally, we'd want it to fall, but it is ECB and you don't know what's going to happen. They're saying that the guard's going to be dovish, and so that could probably weaken the euro. But if these guys are short in it, and considering they're normally wrong, we could see price push up. So, and don't forget the signal is actually quite strong on the moving average trend across the time frames. So what I'm going to do is nip through all these quite quickly because I don't want to make this a long video. AJ 83, 89, and 83 buy, wait. Aussie dollar 77.66. God, that's large, but it's not going to load it. 76.95. So this is large, and they were saying that it could come down and probe it. But if we're going to be risk on, then we can just continue to rally, and this will remain dormant, and perhaps it will just stay there for a period of time because it has been quite old now. Yes, it's good, like 72 hours at least. Those stops, and they've been large as well. You notice that they moved them down a little bit as well, so their cluster is a little bit lower than prior. Buy and then wait. So yeah, could be safe because if we're risk on, then we'll come up. So keep an eye on the S&P. Euro Oz 157.09, and the one below is 154.59. Sell, wait. Euro USD, there's MR1, as I see above, 121 and 1.12. No, it's not quite there. 1.2. Nearly. It's just like 6 pips below 1.2. So 119.94. Buy. So there's a match. GU 139.50. 138.80. Buy. Wait. Moving average trend's pretty bearish for this one. NU. One above is 72.36, one below 71.60. There's MR1 resistance that's currently holding. Euro yen, like I say, this is where we're going to get out, but to be honest with you, that's fine. In a way, I'd be quite happy to get out of this and actually wait for like a proper break. We should be entering below monthly pivot 129.57. If you saw my chart in the technical area, 129.52 was the level of interest. So probably look to re-enter next week. So it's not a problem at all. And one above is 131 and 12959. So yeah, I think we'll probably have to come down and get that stop loss cluster, but keep an eye on 12950. That's the level of interest, and that would probably be a better short, to be honest. And that's them guys shorting it. Like I said earlier, if they continue, we'll come up and we'll get stopped out, but that's fine. Pound yen, one above, 151, 14998. Buy, wait. Dollar yen, this is very close. 10810, 10769. We are very, very close. We're less than 2 pips away. Buy, sell. So there's a mismatch there. So I think it's just going to grab those stops just before the ECB, which is like really cruel. Dollar CAD. This was a big move because the inflation data was such a beat that they're going to revise their tapering. And as a result, there's lots of speculation about the Bank of Canada actually hiking interest rates. So that's going to put CAD in an incredibly strong fundamental position, and it's going to be potentially one of the most bullish currencies because they're the first to hike in the world of the big major currencies. So this is why that big move happened. And it would have caught a lot of people out as well. So hopefully you did take my advice, not trade it, because it was chopping around monthly pivot, if you remember, and it did it again, but in a very big fashion. So hopefully you were okay with that one. You didn't get caught out. It was very much payday for the retail guys. See, it's actually a sell, and they did sell it, and we came down, so it was very much payday. One above. It's possible 125.15, and the one below is 124.49 dollar Swiss. There's your descending line there. One above, wish it would load it. 91.99, one below 91.25, and gold. And we've broken that line, which is of interest. So had some respect there, and again. And then probably about 4 contact points probably on that line, and we are currently below, so that's interesting. We are a sell. Moving average trend's quite bearish and on time frames, apart from the H4 and D1. So yeah, it might be an interesting little play there on gold. So yeah, as long as you're respecting the risk management, you should be fine. Maybe wait for like a proper break. Could wait for this potentially, because that's obviously a key level, 1777. That probably comes into play on the volume node profile as well. So I'm going to wrap up now. No, actually, before I do that, remember your monthly pivot for Bitcoin is 55074. All right, so if we're below that, then we're bearish. We're above, we're bullish. And the thing that I want to bring your attention to is this resistance line. If we go above monthly pivot, see we're not that far from breaking the resistance. So if you're bearish this and we do break above monthly pivot and that line, we can probably fly, and we could get to MR1, and that's a crazy distance away. So be very, very careful if you are short. So just remember monthly pivot 55074. It's quite easy to remember. Just remember 55k. And you want it below, obviously, if you're bearish, and you want it above if you're bullish. Just keep it nice and simple, and the signal is saying to buy. So I'll wrap up now, and let me know if you want any charts and stuff. I'm around if you need me, and if not, then I hope it goes well for ECB. And we've got US data as well, so don't forget that. So it's going to be quite a turbulent session. So hope it works out for you, and I'll speak to you soon.